back-to-back seasons, but the Eagles, even with his loss tomorrow against the Chargers.
The Eagles will tell you they are not about to fall, but they are a division foe, and they have tape. I see fundamentals. I see hitters to come out fired up. Barkley finished them off.
Second and goal. Play action this time. Samuel in the flats. Mariota will heave it out of bounds, and it's third. Though Zach Ertz is out for the season with an ACL injury. Jeremy McNichols comes in a running back. On third and goal, Mariota looks to throw. Back of the end zone and incomplete. He wanted Burke.
Became clear that they weren't going to keep the offense out there on fourth down. Burke's just working through DeJean some
different team this year. Low snap, hold put down though by Tressway. And Moody now 6 for 6 to open his tie. Try with Britton Covey. He hopes it has a different finish to it. Covers up that ball, crosses the 30, and now that's 12 out of 15, as many touchdowns as incompletions.
And that's the formula that the Philadelphia Eagles wants to operate in. They do not want it to be a big storyline here today.
Last week, almost half of their plays came like this. Saquon Barkley's tackled in the backfield. He struggled to get back to the
challenge today. Going to play a lot more five-man fronts. Frankie Louvu, see him there, him along.
Second and 10, first Philly drive. First throw from Jalen Hurts. Steps up. Hurts will get what he can.
With second and 10 plus at one of the highest rates in the league, and you'll see it all has a trickle-down effect. That formula hasn't always worked out as well.
Third down and 7. Hurts lets it rip. Devontae Smith got hit hard by Samuel Still, and he's short.
Playing more inside slot defensive back due to some injuries. Lattimore, the rookie Amos, they've had to move him out 90%.
How impactful he's been since
return.
Instead of a first down, it's third and 14. Mariota extends it, see if anybody comes loose. Mariota throws on the run to the side.
This Eagles defense is just so good. They can move the quarterback off his spot. So they play a lot of zone coverage, Joe, but it actually plays like
Tressway. Britton Covey on the 26, splits the first two. You know, the only thing that has stopped Nakobe Dean in his short NFL career has been injuries, and he has left the field with another here. He's headed back to the... Only a three-man rush. Time for Hurts. Lets it rip and has Devontae Smith into Washington territory.
Into more of a second-level linebacker role, and just, it's not really his strength, not really a space player.
Hurts pressure and stepped away. Jalen Hurts running more.
Both it is a designed runner and here is a scrambler. Typically, his scramble rate is tied to when defenses play him zone.
Hurts to run tonight. First down and 10. Underneath, first catch, A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown inside the 20.
Louvu, he's playing one slot side. He's got Jordan McGee, linebacker. He's playing the other slot. So, nickel, here's Igbenogany playing the slot.
Hurts floats, end zone, it's a drop.
It's just going hands to hands through the ground, and you're right.
Left
he's been so good all year. Has always
now snapping the huddle. And they have to use the timeout here. They will. What had made Jalen Hurts special through the years was missing badly during that 3-game losing streak. Probably the worst Hurts, who did all the things that made him good when he was at his best.
Absolutely. That's the template of what they wanted.
Talking about, saw him run a little bit more than we'd seen lately. Here's Brown underneath, shaking, stiff-arming, and getting inside the 5.
It's after missed tackles this year.
Barkley straight ahead. Barkley to the goal line and in for the Philadelphia touchdown.
At the late touchdown call, let's see if Saquon's both knees are off the ground when he crosses the goal line.
Extra point team's already out there ready to kick it.
Is under.
The entire offense, of course, was incredible. Record-setting NFC Championship game, but they're #1 in red zone efficiency this year.
Extra close right here, but Dallas Goedert alert. Always down in this part of the field.
If they line up in
count and movement up front, this is going to be a penalty on Philadelphia. Paralyzed team pre-snap in the NFL. Last week they had a season-low 3 penalties.
Lined up in the neutral zone, all those things. One of the big differences is how they're going to officiate the tush-push.
9 total this year. Hurts looks to throw. Sideline touchdown. Devontae Smith hangs on to this.
You can't release any better than this. Sanders still's playing outside leverage. Devontae Smith knows, all right, I got outside leverage. I'm base. That's just a really tough matchup.
Extra point from Jake Elliott is there, and Philadelphia doing what they did so well last year, getting and a touchdown. Jalen Hurts finds Devontae Smith. 7-3 on this Saturday night. They spread it out, spread it around, and they're in the end zone.
Yeah, I like it. Kevin Patullo, offensive coordinator.
Elliott kicks it. Here comes Chris Moore. Moore stays on his feet and got crunched as he passes.
Punt returner Jalen Lane, he has an ankle injury. He is also questionable to return.
Okay, Pam, and that explains why you saw Chris. Running back, big week against the Giants last week. Has a seam and hits it hard. Spins for a first down. Jacory's is real.
Out of these young backs.
Here you go, though, under center again for Mariota. Hands it off to Krosky there. This time blown up. Jordan Davis.
One of the most effective and efficient passing games. Well, he goes out to injury. Mariota's comfortable.
No gain on first down, 2nd and 10. Fake to Krosky Merritt this time. And Debo Samuel with his first touch. Stiff arming against Cooper.
And leads the league in targets on screen plays. It's a lot of perimeter screen, very reliant on yards after the
Eagles rush only 4 on 3rd down. Mariota's still in trouble, and Mariota gets swallowed up. Guess who?
Efficient pass rusher. They've used him more as an interior defensive tackle. Jalen Carter, the young stud tackle, he's out to injury. I think that's pretty efficient.
We got all kinds of rate stats these days. I'm sure that's one of them, and I am certain that he's first. Through with the quarter. Whitten Covey. First few months on the practice squad, activated and has made an instant impact with a fair
offense down the stretch. Little Jalen Hurts scramble, a lot of open voids out at the end.
Or if you're just watching Philadelphia for the first time since the Super Bowl run last year, when you watch them just run wild over everybody's sake, and an evolution the last couple weeks starting to emerge. Hurts to throw from his own goal line and got rid of it to Brown and incomplete. He had one.
Over the years, he's so explosive in those perimeter runs. Well, you factor in Lane Johnson, the all-world right tackle. He's out.
Hurts 5 out of 7 today. Rolls to his right and runs. A lot of room for Jalen Hurts.
Scrambler. Anytime you run these TEs, right, so the ends there are spiking, you're trying to contain with the interior defensive lineman. If you're
running between the tackles. So back to the point you were making earlier about them running the ball inside more. It's almost as if they said, okay, we're not at
get around the logo and they go 4-down mode. They can treat those medium downs as an extra down.
2nd and short, toss it to Barkley with Steen, the lead blocker. Barkley trying to hop away from Jones. From factors that have gone into this drop-off.
Yeah, they're not doing as good of a job getting him to the 2nd level.
The room, you get him moving. Good luck tackling him. Get a surge for him right here. With a modest game. This is struck by Jack. You got a new play caller, Kevin Patullo. First time he's ever been a play caller. He's been with Nick Sirianni for almost a decade, but this is new. It's given time. Brown's got it again. Into Commander's territory. AJ
up the middle. Bobby Wagner carries it. Just so much time there. Ibbenogany, he's a safety, kind of a dime linebacker type.
Whereas he's not getting the receiving yards because they're winning and running. Barkley crashes for a first down.
What the quarterback threat does to the backside pursuit of the defense. Frankie Louvu, the edge players.
Washington. Injuries have been a huge part of the story, more for them than just about any team in the NFL. They're all scheming to create what Dan Quinn has said has been the most challenging year that he's ever had as a coach in life. They just get this play off and shoveled it to Smith. And he's run down by Jordan McGee, who did.
Is they're trying to get McGee on the field more. Dan Quinn said one of the things we struggle with, we don't have a lot of speed. We don't have a lot of guys that
snaps as a rookie more and more as his 2nd season has gone on. 2nd and long, Hurts floating. Brown couldn't get it.
A little out of the reach of A.J. Brown. You can tell he didn't want to elevate completely knowing he's so close to the sideline. So it's always
Hurts fires. Brown can't get it this time. It's broken up by Sanders still.
Kickoff fumble, and he's now made his presence felt a couple times. This is what Washington's defensive backs have to get better.
Sanders still was awesome last year. His first year out of Michigan. Jake Elliott's field goal, hooks wide. And Elliott struggles. First down and 10. He'll look to throw it on first down. He's looking long. He wants McLaurin. He's got him. Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin's been at or near the top.
Krusky Merritt. It's as if Marcus Mariota looked over the...
More of a shadow to the opposing team's top offensive weapon. But you're exactly right.
2nd and 8. Pressure coming. Deebo Samuel underneath. Beating the blitz. Deebo Samuel inside the...
Design. Little tear motion by the back. Deebo Samuel, he just acts like he's going to be a perimeter blocker and then just in
26-yard line. First drive began and settled for a field goal. It's Krusky Merritt inside the 5, still going down.
Oddish, the veteran center, he had a great block there to spring him.
Krusky Merritt, Graham blows it up, and Krusky Merritt loses a yard. Before, you got to be thinking 2 plays to get these 4 yards.
You're exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. Go back and think of.
On the ground, Krusky Merritt fights inside the 1, and I think he's got it.
There you go. The 3rd down call always tells you what the coach's approach to 4th down is going to be. First drive, they threw it on 3rd.
The runner was short of the line to gain.
And so Sirianni doesn't even have to use a challenge replay assist. Gets involved.
Quan clearly short. And
I mean, short of the end zone, but it...
Oh, man.
And now a challenge comes. They're going to challenge the challenge.
Can't triple.
Challenging the replay assist. Replay, take a look at the replay that you just replayed. So it's 4th down and about a foot.
That was an interesting sequence there, and it's hard to appeal.
Hand it off, straight ahead. Diving is Rodriguez for the first down.
This time he contacts Rodriguez short, but just that little extra effort after the contact. He's short.
Team that's trying to clinch a division in the playoff spot. It's Bill stepped up at the goal line. Yeah.
Big time goal line play.
They keep on pounding away. Krusky Merritt stacked up again by Jordan Davis. Second effort to the goal. He was out, he was in, he's in.
To earn that. Jordan Davis again, he makes the first contact. He stands him up. So there he's stuck.
With 3:40 to go in this second quarter. Extra point from Moody's good. And delay Philadelphia's division clinch into the end zone. But he's going to bring it out. And Shipley, who fumbled the opening kick, makes it.
Was on the field. Was he in the end zone for a touchback? Was the ball not across the goal line?
From the 19-yard line, they start the drive out of the gun. Hand it off, Saquon Barkley to the 24. 2nd and 5, fake to Barkley. Throw from Hurts, A.J. Brown having a big first half. As first
also has to do with how teams defend you. So they're going to have an extra defender in the box, so they're okay being in the gun.
Barkley got 7. The second half. This is part of the game where Washington's been the best in the NFL. Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. Back and forth first half between these longtime rivals in an NFC Championship game. 2-minute warning. He's got the 2 timeouts, and his team has it 2nd and short at its own 39.
I have to hit a break.
Blitz is coming here. Picked up. Hurts scrambles and throws against his body for Brown, who's got his 5th catch of this first game.
Touchdown. Of course, you can open
from Jake Elliott in this game. Another extra man comes, and the blitz picked up again. Coverage is tight. Hurts slides with a couple. In rhythm, Brown again. First down to the 45. Got inside Antonio Hamilton for 8.
To get one pressure snap on Hurts.
Again, he's clean, and he's outside to Brown.
Them underneath checkdowns. He's like, we are not going to let them throw the ball over our head for one-play scores.
We still have those 2 timeouts with 35 seconds. Hurts looking long, it up. And ultimately gets shut down by Iguodala.
Philadelphia.
And a timeout used by Philly. 25 seconds left in this half.
Well, right on cue. We talked about how this pass rush has really here in the final couple minutes of the half. If another Eagles offensive player would have picked up that fumble, it would come back.
3rd and 8 here, outside of Jake Elliott's field goal range. Shipley's the running back. Over the middle, Brown got decked right away by Hamilton.
20-second timeout.
Gives us a chance to check in with Kurt.
All right, thank you, Joe. Coming up.
Today's up into the 50s this week in the DMV. Offense is staying out there, Greg, for 4th and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Event that they miss, even up, they'll have a timeout left. So if they get low on the play clock, they can take a timeout, and they will.
3rd and final. Charge timeout.
East with a win tonight, or Dallas lost tomorrow against the Chargers, and now they're going to send the field goal team out there and send a long this kind of distance last season. He's been much better this year, though. From 57, he misses to the same spot.
Number 18, lined up in the neutral zone.
Wow.
It's a 5-yard penalty, which results in a first down.
That's Tyler Owens.
Hard to tell. I think that's Owens at the top. But again, it worked out exactly the way.
Offense goes out there, no timeouts. You taking a shot at the end zone or just
Still clock it, anything over 12.
everybody back at the line of scrimmage here trying to defend against the deep throw? They went for Smith, who was covered by Hamilton.
So again, it's really tight, but they're going to continue.
Elliott trying again. Oh my goodness! A three-peat. In a 4-10 team.
Absolutely.